What's up, food fanatics, and welcome to another video here in Istanbul on a rainy, cold day. Now, today's video is going to be a little bit special. As we all know, Turkey is very well known for kebabs, specifically kebab sandwiches. So I thought it would be pretty cool if I spent 24 hours eating nothing but kebab sandwiches and taking you on that journey. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's start eating. Now, specifically, I'm here in Taksim Square, which is the central point of the city. As you can see behind me, there's a bunch of vendors that are selling kebabs. At some point or another during your trips, you're gonna end up here. And what I wanna do is I wanna start off by eating at a place that most people are gonna come across at some point or another. Let's dive in.
Welcome. We are the best.
Okay guys, so I grabbed the food. I'm still here in the main square. As you can see now, I'm just gonna walk somewhere and I'm trying to find a place where I can get set up and I can start digging into this. I'm starving. It's around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I haven't eaten today because I've been at the gym, but let us dig in. I got a couple of kebabs. I'll share with you in a moment. See you soon. Okay, let me get situated. I'm here by myself. First thing I got is the chicken kebab. I want to kind of like roll it up. Let me show you what we can find in this. This thing is heavy, I gotta tell you that. Let me open it. Let me kind of spill it on here on the camera. It's looking freaking yummy. So everyone, without further ado, seriously, let's dig in. I'm starving. This thing is beastly. Look at it, it's the size of my face. I want to dig in. I want to start eating. Do you like the mosque? It's awesome. I'm so happy it's quiet. I hope it doesn't go off as I'm eating, or else the audio of this is gonna be brutalized. 3, 2, 1. Look at this. Let's dig in. Absolutely delicious. So good. You can taste the pickles, even though there's not quite a bit, and then you don't really taste the tomato, but it does give it that bit of texture. The chicken is so juicy, it's not dry. There is a lot of bread, I will say that. It's very chewy. Maybe I took just a gigantic bite, but it is so filling in your mouth. That's what she said. When you do take a big bite of the bread, it's very satiating, let's say. And then on top of that, you taste the French fries. Now here's the thing, I love the French fries. What it does, it gives it a very different texture. And it even enhances the flavor of all the other ingredients in it, such as the pickles and especially the chicken. I want to go in for a second bite. I want to try to get another one from this side, not this. I don't want bread. I really want a lot more meat. Oh wow. Absolutely delicious. I got a lot of tomatoes, as you guys can see from the photo. Now, what's really good about that is that it gives it a lot of flavor. I think the second bite is even better than the first bite because all the ingredients are on this side, not on this side of it. It's absolutely delicious. I want to say the chicken is not dry and has a very kind of strong flavor, but it's not overwhelming, not salty. Definitely recommend this. This costs like 15 liras, which is the equivalent of $2 US. So what I'm gonna do, I think I want to take another bite and I'm gonna introduce you to the next sandwich. All right, folks, next sandwich, we've got a meaty one. It's the meat doner, and I got this one in a flatbread, not in a French baguette. I kind of wanted something a little bit more Mediterranean. And the thing about this that disappoints me a little bit, I have to say, is that the components of it are the exact same ones as the chicken sandwich. So as you guys can see, it is just some pickles, some French fries, and then some tomatoes. But this one is meat, and I think it was beef specifically. But without further ado, let me tell you a little bit about this, and let me take my first bite. The bread is really soft. That's the first thing I noticed about it. The way it's in your hands, it seems like there's less bread. So what I do totally expect from this is a lot more flavor because there's just less bread in the mixture of it. So 3, 2, 1, let go. Whoa. Whoa. You definitely taste a lot more of the meat. Usually, personally, when I have a kebab, I love chicken kebab. Growing up, I wasn't a fan of the meat one. This is better than the chicken one, I have to say. First of all, I love the bread. It's so soft, and then it's very fresh. It gives it that extra flavor, but it does not overpower the taste of the meat. The meat itself has a ton more flavor than the chicken, and then on top of that they've seasoned this with some various spices. I can definitely taste the black pepper in there, but I taste a bunch of other things. That's construction over there. Super yummy. On top of that, you taste a lot more of the pickles because I think it goes a lot better with the meat. The tomato, I didn't really taste much, but then again, they haven't really like loaded it with that much tomatoes. As you can see, it's mostly green and brown from the meat. Now, it's really delicious. I wanted to get into another bite, guys. It's starting to rain down on me, so let's get this process over. Well, not over. We still got like 12 to 14 hours of eating kebabs for the rest of the day, but let's finish. Let's dig in. Wow. Oh, wow. This is so freaking good. Second bite, I got a lot more pickles. I absolutely love it. Pickles with the meat, such a deadly combination. I don't know why there's French fries in this. It doesn't make sense to add it to the meat one because you don't really taste the French fries, and it doesn't give it that, you know, contrast in texture like you would need with the chicken. The chicken is a bit more dry, having a bit more starchy things in there might help the flavor come out, whereas with this, it's really not necessary. Take out the French fries. This is an absolutely delicious sandwich nonetheless. Again, this costs $2 US. Guys, look how big this is. This is massive. It's a massive, such a good quick snack to have here when you are in Istanbul. So I've got 2 sandwiches to finish. The chicken is still over there. This is still in my hands. It's starting to rain down on me. We've got a full day of kebabs to come still. So I'm gonna dig in and I'll catch you in a bit when I'm hungry after this. Yo, what's up everyone? So it's around 5 o'clock in the afternoon now. It kind of rained, but it's much better. In the old market, if you can see behind me what is happening, but what's important is I'm hungry again. I've digested and I'm ready to eat. Okay, now this place comes highly recommended by one man and one man only. It's quite a special place, and I'm about to show you why specifically I wanted to try this legendary shop. All right, everyone. Food is here. Got the sandwich right in my hand. It's so hot, like I totally want to dig into it. So what I've got here is the Adana kebab. So this is pretty much like a very long kebab. They've put it in, they've wrapped it with kind of like a very soft, warm bread. I love that. So that means I'm gonna taste a lot of the meat. From first sight, you can see that there's a giant amount of meat within it, and then you can see that this thing is pretty girthy. And what's pretty awesome about it, it's very warm, it's very tasty, toasty. I want to say not tasty, I haven't tasted it yet. And I can already see like some onion in it, and I see like some chili pepper flakes. So I've got a feeling this is gonna be very spicy. Ooh, so listen, without further ado, this giant piece of meat in my mouth, in my hands. I'm gonna put it in my mouth. I'm gonna put it in my mouth. Can't speak because I'm like super ready for this. So I'm gonna dig in, enough talking. Wow, simply wow. This thing is delicious. I think this is by far the best kebab I've had so far today. First of all, it's really warm, so it's very fresh. I saw them kind of prepare it on the grill. And then in addition to it, I see some onions in there. I see some parsley, some tomatoes, and there's like the chili flakes. On top of that, the bread itself, it's been soaked in almost kind of like this paste, this chili paste that just brings out this amazing flavor. Can you guys hear the construction? Oh my god. Now the other thing is this meat is a lot more delicious and flavorful than the other kebabs I've had today. Why? They've cooked it right on charcoal, so it has that like smoky flavor to it, which is absolutely delicious. And all these ingredients mix together really well, and it brings out the flavor compared to the previous kebabs that I've had. I really now understand why Anthony Bourdain recommended this place and why his photo is right there. So here's the deal, I'm gonna dig into the next bite. I want another one while it's warm. There's a chili in my throat, so I absolutely love it. Even on second bite, there's even more flavor. The thing is though, the more you dig into this, the spicier it's gonna become with each bite, and I don't mind that at all. It's a lot of flavor, and you even start to taste the parsley more and more. I think they kind of loaded a lot more in the middle as opposed to the edges. Now in terms of the meat, there's such a good amount of meat. With every bite you are tasting quite a bit of it, so they definitely didn't skimp out on that. I absolutely love it. Whereas in some kebabs, some sandwiches around the place, you get a lot more bread than the meat. But whereas here, guys, you can kind of see it that the bread itself is a very thin layer, and then it's absolutely stuffed with all these ingredients. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dig into it a bit more, and I'm gonna kind of show you a bit of what the surroundings are like, and then after that we are gonna head to the next location. So as good as this is, it's quite filling. It costs around 15 Turkish liras, which is the equivalent of $2.50 or so. So it's very cost effective, but the amount of flavor is more than enough. So let's dig in. Oh my god, just walked away from the place. So listen, to be quite honest, I can see why Anthony Bourdain visited this place, why he recommends this place, because it's absolutely freaking amazing. So far it is the best kebab I've had today, packed with flavor. It's warm, it's so meaty, and then you can taste the quality of the meat. It's very different quality than the very first two that I had. Now the thing is, I've got a little bit more room in my belly for some more food, and I'm feeling something a little fishy, and I think you guys are gonna like what's coming up next. So I'll circle back in a bit. I'm just gonna walk there now. All right, everyone, now I am in my favorite part of the city of Istanbul. The reason being, if you see these things behind me, these are boats. Now these are boats obviously that are serving some kebabs, and the reason I also love this part is because you can see it behind me as well. There's the Galata Tower over here, and then on this main square there's also the Süleymaniye Mosque right behind me. Now it's almost towards the end of the day, and because I've been having bread all day, I feel a little bit more on the full side because it kind of takes up some, you know, stomach real estate. So these boats behind me, what they do is that they serve fish kebabs, and these are called Balik ekmek here in Istanbul. And if you are here in the city, without a doubt you're gonna run across these boats, and you should hop on and grab some of the food. So what I'd love to do now is kind of show you, you know, like how it is. I'm gonna get myself a nice kebab for dinner. I'm gonna stuff myself for the final meal of today. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. There's one more meal to go. Let's roll. Okay guys, so grab the sandwich, look at the beautiful mosque behind me, perfect background, perfect backdrop. I've got the food here right in my hands. I'm gonna like show you guys what's in it, but what I absolutely love about it, it's loaded with veggies. It's got an absolute massive amount of a fish. There's like a whole fillet in there. It kind of takes up all the space. Let's dig in. Okay, quite honestly, in my opinion, it's okay. That's it. Nothing special about it. Out of all the kebabs I've had today, I'd say this is my least favorite. So first of all, because it's only lettuce and the fish fillet, it's pretty thin. It's not a thick, you know, big slab of fish. The bread, look how thick the bread is. It totally overpowers a lot of the fish taste. So the baguette, it kind of overkills the taste a little bit. In terms of the lettuce, not that much flavor, and then the fish, you can taste it. It's obviously fresh fish because it's right on the river and they're serving it, and it's just been caught today, but you really don't taste it that much, so there's not that much flavor. It's not, for example, like the Anthony Bourdain kebab that we just had recently, the Adana kebab, or even like the meat one that I had earlier in the day. So to be quite honest, I'd say give this place a try when you are in Istanbul. Come check it out. It's not, you know, the end all and be all of the trip, but if you do miss it, don't feel too bad, because I think that the city has a lot better options in terms of food tasting. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in for a second bite and kind of let's see, you know, if my opinion changes a bit. I'm gonna try to minimize the bread. I'm gonna skip this like chunk, and I'm just gonna take one with like some fish and some lettuce, and let's see if my opinion changes. Not bad, second bite. Still not that much flavor, not that much seasoning. Possibly even a bit on the dry side because it's just some lettuce, some bread, and the fish. And yeah, to be honest, not that special. It costs 15 liras, which again is like around 2 USD. To be quite honest, a little bit disappointed. This is how I'm ending the video. it kind of sucks. I wish I wish there was another kebab I can have it to end the day on a high, but it is what it is. It happens sometimes on a food channel. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's been a full day of eating only kebab and kebab sandwiches only here in Istanbul. As you can see, this is for proof. I hope you liked the video. Now, if you did, here's the deal. It's a channel, it's just starting out. Show some love down below, give some feedback, and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and I'll be pumping out videos every Monday and Thursday. So far in my stay, I've got 6 more weeks here in Istanbul before I travel elsewhere, which is going to be kept a secret and a surprise. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.